I'm Rachel Hernandez, real estate investor turned mobile home investor and best-selling author. I make a living investing in mobile homes for cash flow for long-term passive income. After many mistakes and lessons learned, I've been able to create the kind of life where I can do the types of things I want to do, not have to do. I created the Adventures in Mobile Homes podcast to share with you what I've learned so you can spend more time with family, friends, and do things you love. Mobile home investing can help you get there. If you want to hear real stories with practical and actionable advice you can use from someone who's been in the trenches and who's still investing today to create the type of life you love, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome to the Adventures in Mobile Homes podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Hernandez, aka Mobile Home Girl of AdventuresinMobileHomes.com. Thank you so much for joining me on the very first episode of this podcast. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm super nervous and excited at the same time to be talking to you today. But you know what? This podcast is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. But I just haven't been able to get to it until now. For those of you who don't know me, I've been blogging about my stories and adventures in investing in mobile homes for over a decade. I'm one of the earliest real estate investing bloggers out there. And to tell you the truth, there's not many of us still blogging today. On a side note, I wrote a piece, which I'll link in the show notes, titled, "Where Have All the Real Estate Investing Blogs Gone?" If you'd like to read more. Check it out when you have some time. But aside from blogging, I'm also a real estate investor turned mobile home investor. I started out in single-family homes as a bird dog and then a wholesaler looking for deals for other real estate investors. Once I built up enough cash from bird dogging and wholesaling, then I started buying and holding single-family homes myself for cash flow. But after a while, I became a burnt-out landlord. So I decided to sell my entire real estate portfolio of single-family homes and focus on mobile home investing. And that's what I do today. I'll get more into my story and journey as a mobile home investor in the next episode. But today, I want to talk about what this podcast is all about and why I created it. But before we get into that, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Hey there, Rachel here. Are you interested in mobile home investing? If yes, I've got a free mobile home investing course for you. It's called What You Need to Know to Get Started in Mobile Home Investing. It details all the ins and outs of what you need to know before you get started as a mobile home investor. With so much information out there, it's overwhelming to go out and search for what you're looking for. So I put my knowledge and expertise in mobile home investing to work. And it's all in this free training course. You can find it at www.adventuresinmobilehomes.com/free training class. Again, www.adventuresinmobilehomes.com/free training class. Grab your seat and get started today. Now, back to the show. So what exactly is this podcast about? And why did I create it in the first place? Well, I'll tell you why. As a blogger and writer, I've gained a reputation for telling my stories and adventures about mobile home investing. But these aren't just any stories. They're stories about what exactly happens on a day-to-day basis as a mobile home investor. Yes, some of my stories are pretty crazy, not to mention entertaining. But these things happen, and that's all a part of being in this business, as in any other business. I've kind of made a name for myself as someone who, quote unquote, tells it as it really is. And to be honest, I find this lacking in both the mobile home investing and the real estate investing space. So many podcasts, but not all of them, out there talk about how great real estate investing or mobile home investing can be. The focus is always on the ROI, aka return on investment, and the profits made, usually in a short period of time. But honestly, what are the stories leading up to this point? Where are the struggles? What are the obstacles? How long and what was involved in achieving this amount of success? These are things that you won't hear. Unfortunately, it's not talked about very much. No one wants to hear about people's failures and mistakes. No one wants to hear about how hard it can be to be a successful real estate investor or mobile home investor, or even worse, all the time and the money that was lost leading up to the point of success. This doesn't sell books, nor does it sell courses. But you know what? It needs to be said. People need to know exactly what is involved as a real estate investor or a mobile home investor. It's not just about the return on investment or the profits made. It's crazy because you can go into YouTube or online and do a search on mobile home investing, and here are the top headlines that come up. Mobile home investing with no money. Make a fortune investing in mobile homes with no money. How to make $100,000 a year cash flow with one mobile home park investment. And my favorite, wholesaling mobile homes in 24 hours. Are you kidding me? Is this for real? Or are these headlines just meant to entice you out of your time and your hard-earned money? There's an old saying among seasoned real estate investors. Real estate investing is simple, but not easy. It's not just the successes that make you a better real estate investor. It's the failures and the mistakes made where you learn the most. So the purpose of this podcast is to show you exactly the ins and outs of mobile home investing, what it really is, the time and money involved, and what it can do for you. Does it take time to be a successful real estate investor or mobile home investor? Yes. Does it take money? Yes. Will there be hard times? Yes. Will you ever just want to give up and throw your hands up in the air if you go down this journey of investing in mobile homes? Yes, you definitely will, as I have. But you know what? That's part of it. It's our failures and struggles where we learn the most. And I'm here to talk about that as a mobile home investor, as a real estate investor, as an author, as a blogger, and so much more. It's not just about how much money or income you can make. Yes, that's part of it. But what really matters is how you get there, the steps leading to success. One of my favorite quotes is this: "Success is a journey, not a destination." And that, my friend, is what's important, which is what I'm going to share with you. But beyond all the hard times, the obstacles, and the struggles I've faced, as you will face as well, should you decide to get started as a mobile home investor, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Mobile home investing has given me the time and the freedom to do the things I want to do, not have to do. Yes, it did take time to build up my business. Yes, it took a lot of sacrifices. I gave up a lot. I missed out on a portion of my youth as I started out very early, just a few years out of college, to be exact. But you know what? It's made me who I am today. And that is why I'm here to share with you what I've learned as a real estate investor turned mobile home investor. Because it can happen. You can make a good income investing in mobile homes. Whether that income be part-time or full-time, as I do, it really doesn't matter. As long as it gives you the time and eventually the life you've always wanted. One where you have the time to be with friends and family. One where you can do the things you want to do, not have to do. And that's what this podcast is all about. So what do you say? Are you in? Do you want to come along on the journey? Or do you just want to sit back and watch on the sidelines? Whatever you decide to do, just remember, everyone makes mistakes. We all have different paths. We may not get to where we want to be or where we thought we wanted to be, but it's persistence that will allow you to keep pushing on, no matter what. And if you're ready to take the journey as a mobile home investor, I'm here to help. So that's the reason I started the podcast. What do you think? Are you ready to dive in and hear more? I hope so. You can find this episode and the show notes at adventuresinmobilehomes.com/1. That's the number 1. Again, adventuresinmobilehomes.com/1. Stay tuned as next time I'll talk to you all about my mobile home investing journey, how I got started, and where I am today. But before I go, if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to share with friends and family, and be sure to subscribe. If you have some time, I'd love to hear your feedback through a short iTunes review. Until next time, this is Rachel Hernandez, aka Mobile Home Girl of the Adventures of Mobile Homes podcast, signing off.